Power shifts in D.C. Millions spent on influence. Trump's inner circle tapped. This is Pakistan's plot to reshape US policy. Hello and welcome to Explained by NewsX. Today, we dive into a high-stakes game of global influence and ask, is Washington for sale? As Donald Trump came back to power earlier this year, Pakistan launched an unprecedented campaign to reshape its image in Washington D.C. With at least 13 lobbying firms hired, millions of dollars spent, and Trump's insiders leading the charge, Islamabad is betting big to influence US policy on security, trade, and geopolitics. From countering India's clout to pitching Pakistan as an economic powerhouse, this blitz raises a chilling question. Is Washington's policy making up for grabs? Or is this just diplomacy's new battlefield? Today, we unpack 4 explosive angles of Pakistan's lobbying surge: its scope, timing, objectives, and ethical dilemmas, revealing how foreign influence is reshaping America's capital and what it means for global power dynamics. Pakistan's influence campaign is certainly ambitious. Filings reviewed by the Sunday Guardian show that Islamabad hired at least 13 lobbying firms between April and May 2025 with contracts totaling $3.55 million. And that's just the start. The campaign kicked off in October 2024 with a $1.5 million deal between Team Eagle Consulting and the Islamabad Policy Research Institute, which is a think tank tied to Pakistan's security apparatus. By May 2025, Checkmate Government Relations joined the fray, representing Dubai-based Greystone Investment, acting for Pakistani interests. Now, at the heart of this network is Javelin Advisors, led by Keith Schiller, Trump's former bodyguard, and George A. Sorial, Trump's organization's former compliance chief. For $50,000 a month, they are tasked with building economic ties and pushing Pakistan's stance on Jammu and Kashmir. That's not all. Side-in-law paid $200,000 monthly to coordinate outreach to the White House, National Security Council, and US Council, even subcontracted Javelin to amplify its reach. Above that, firms like Squire Patton Boggs are pulling in $250,000 a month. Meanwhile, Gunster Strategies Worldwide arranged meetings during Pakistani Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi's January 2025 DC visit to round out this sprawling network. From think tanks to the Capitol Hill, Pakistan's money is opening doors, but at what cost? Pakistan's campaign is no accident. It is a calculated bet on Trump's comeback. The first lobbying deal was signed just 2 days after Trump emerged as the Republican frontrunner in early 2025. Islamabad knows a second Trump administration favors deals over diplomacy. By aligning with Trump's insiders like Schiller and Sorial, Pakistan is banking on personal connections to sway policy. A May 2025 letter from Squire Patton Boggs' Paul W. Jones to the State Department's Elizabeth K. Horst pitched ways forward in US-Pakistan ties, citing Pakistan's handover of the Abbey Gate ISIS bomber. Trump publicly thanked Pakistan for this in a March 2025 speech, and Islamabad's leaning in, which is offering more counterterrorism cooperation and help in recovering US weapons left in Afghanistan. So what is the narrative that Islamabad is peddling? Well, Pakistan wants a US relationship on its own merits. This is a direct jab at the US-India partnership, with Pakistan insisting that it should not limit stronger ties. But is this a genuine reset or a bid to exploit Trump's transactional style? It is clear that Pakistan's lobbying isn't just about security. It is a full spectrum push for economic and geopolitical clout. Geopolitically, Pakistan's firms are laser focused on Jammu and Kashmir, advocating against India and countering moves like the US's Pakistan Democracy Act, which threatens sanctions. Conscience Point Consulting, which is paid $25,000 a month, has met with Pakistan's ambassador, treasury officials, and congressional staff to shape how Pakistan is seen in D.C. debates. This campaign pushes for restored US military financing. Meanwhile, economically, Pakistan is pitching itself as a gold mine, quite literally. The Special Investment Facilitation Council, chaired by the Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Army Chief Asim Munir, is wooing US giants like Meta and PayPal with fast-track approvals for projects in mining, agriculture, and data centers. Pakistan claims trillions in critical mineral reserves, positioning itself as a key US partner in the global resource race. But can these promises deliver, or are they bait to lure American investment? Now, amid all this, Pakistan's lobbying surge raises a glaring question. Can foreign money buy influence in Washington? The Foreign Agents Registration Act ensures transparency, but the $3.55 million spent in months, plus unreported expenses, shows the scale of Islamabad's ambitions. Critics warn that firms like Javelin Advisors, led by Trump's inner circle, could distort US policy, especially the strategic partnership with India. Pakistan's economic pitches to US firms also raise concerns. Could companies like, say, Meta, chasing profits, bolster a regime criticized for human rights abuses? In spite of all this, Pakistan's defenders argue that this is just smart diplomacy. Facing FATF scrutiny and India's rising clout, Islamabad is fighting to secure its place in a shifting world order. Its focus on counterterrorism and minerals aligns with US interests, especially against China, which itself is an all-weather ally of Pakistan. Thus, Islamabad's campaign is a high-stakes gamble. But will its two-faced tactics backfire? That only time will tell. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more on NewsX.